Hey guys, this is Tychonders doing another toy review for Star Wars figures, and this is for the 2015 Force Awakens Star Wars figure line. Now, as far as I know, this figure wave was actually released in 2016 as part of the end of the Force Awakens series, and this particular figure wave is for the Tasu Leech, fifth brother, which is actually in a Rebels character and not from Force Awakens, and Admiral Ackbar. Admiral Ackbar, you might recognize the name from previous Star Wars films. He was actually in both Clone Wars, Rebels, both Clone Wars, the Force Awakens, and he was in Return of the Jedi as well. So he's one of the Mon Calamari characters. So quickly onto the packaging. Each figure comes in the same packaging type, except with the image of the character on the left hand side, and then an image on the bubble of the build-a-weapon piece that you get, and then you got the Force Awakens logo up the top, Kylo Ren on the right hand corner. Flipping around to the back of the box, you got a little image of all three figures in the wave. All three figures in the wave, the build-a-weapon piece, and a little brief write-up for the figure. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that on camera, but I'll just read it out. This is the one for Tasu Leech. Tasu Leech leads the notorious Kanja Club gang, an intergalactic criminal organization. For the fifth brother, all similar thing. Brief write-up for his one is: a towering presence, the fifth brother Inquisitor is tasked to hunt the rebels by Darth Vader himself. A man of few words, he uses intimidating physicality and brute strength to try and best the rebel crew and capture the elusive Jedi. And then for Ackbar, Ackbar's brief write-up is: a veteran of Clone Wars and the Galactic Civil War, Admiral Ackbar has decades of experience in large-scale combat operations. Even so, the Mon Calamari officer has doubts about the Resistance chances of success against the First Order. So, each figure comes with a build-a-weapon piece, and I'll go through that first. So, for fifth brother, he comes with this piece. Ackbar comes with this centerpiece, and then the Tasu comes with this kind of gun cannon piece. They all clip together like this. They can hold them individually. When it is combined, they can't actually hold them with the handles. And what's interesting is there's a few moving parts on this. So for the claw, the grabbing claw, you actually are able to extend this up and back. Can you give the claw motion? And for this cannon, it can, well, pops out quite easily, but it's supposed to slide out. And there's like these two holes that the little pegs go into, but it's not brilliant, so it slides out and in. And then you can rotate them on the points where they connect to the backpack as well. As far as I know, the backpack piece doesn't have any folding out pieces or any gimmicky pieces, but just for the purposes of showing how it works, you can just take the figure and just slide it over their shoulders, and they're able to go around with this piece on them. So onto the figures themselves. These are all basic 5 points of articulated figures. So with the exception of Ackbar, he has a slightly different fifth point, which I'll go through first. So for him, he can sit, he can put his legs backwards, he can rotate his hands all the way around, and as you can see, he actually has an opening and closing mouthpiece. So that is his fifth point of articulation. He doesn't actually have a head swivel, so he's very similar to the more recent figure they did for Rogue One, and one of the figures that they did way back in the day for Phantom Menace. One of the characters from that had an opening mouth. In fact, I'm not sure if that figure was released during the Phantom Menace wave or one of the later ones, but it was one of the characters from that. And then he comes with this darker version of the Rebel or Resistance laser rifle, which is the same one that comes with the Resistance Trooper and the Poe Dameron in his Resistance jacket, as opposed to the flight suit. Then on to the Inquisitor. Again, 5 points of articulation, so legs can go forward, can go backwards that much, arms can rotate up that much. His arms are hindered by his upper armor piece, so it can move forward and back that much, and head is on a ball joint, can go all the way around like that, tilt side, not much up, not much down. He comes with his signature Inquisitor blade, which he can hold in his left hand quite nicely. He doesn't tend to hold too well in his right hand. His right hand has more trigger figure on it, but I think it's intended to be held in both hands, but it's quite hard to get it into his right hand. And then for Tasu, he comes with his kind of shotgun looking thing, which has a blade on the rifle, on the kind of bayonet blade at the front. He can hold it quite nicely in his right hand, and he can also hold it in his left hand. It's more designed for his right because it comes packaged in his right hand. And then for articulation, he has hindrance on his legs because of the skirt piece, so you can only go back that much, forward that much, rotate the arms around, 360, and then his head is also hindered. It's on a ball joint, but because of the way his hair sculpt is, it does hinder it when you get to certain points. You can get it to go 360, but it does start catching when you do move it. So one thing that's interesting as well about the Tasu figure is his legs are in a weird position, so you actually have to have him like that when he's standing, in kind of a slightly one leg forward, one leg back kind of position. And another thing that is hilarious about him as well, and it is true to the character in the screen, is I'll just bring in my Finn figure, is that he is actually quite a tiny character. As you can see the scale, Finn towers over this figure, so he actually is quite a small character. I'm assuming the actor in real life is actually quite a small actor as well, and they scale up pretty well. It's been a while since I've seen the film, so I'm not too sure. I'd have to double check, but there you go guys, just a quick video review for Tasu, 5th Brother and Admiral Ackbar. So as I say in my videos, if you liked the video, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Cheers guys!